The savannah was Amina's favorite place in the world. Every evening, she walked the dusty path behind her village, humming as the warm wind lifted her braids. She loved the golden glow of sunset on the tall grass. She loved the stillness. She loved the wide sky that reminded her the world was bigger than anyone truly understood. That evening, the air was soft. Birds settled into their nests. Crickets began their orchestra. Amina smiled until she heard it. A sharp, trembling cry. Not human, not familiar, but filled with fear. Another cry, thin, desperate, almost fading. "That's an elephant," she whispered. Her heart raced. No elephant calf cried like that unless something terrible had happened. She hesitated. Her mother always warned her never to enter the thickets, but the cry pierced straight into her chest. There was no one else around, just her, and a creature begging for help. Amina rushed into the tall grass. Thorns tore her sleeves. The cries grew louder until she reached a thorn cage twisted tightly around a baby elephant. Dusty, bleeding, terrified. Its trunk tangled in vines, its legs trapped, its eyes begging for help. Amina crawled into the thorns and freed the calf branch by branch, ignoring the stinging cuts on her hands. Finally, the last rope snapped. The calf stumbled into her arms, trembling, hugging her with its trunk. "You're free," she whispered. But the ground began to tremble. A massive shadow fell over her. Amina turned and saw the elephant queen. The queen towered above the trees, eyes glowing gold. The savannah fell into complete silence. She touched her calf lovingly with her trunk, then looked at Amina, deeply, wisely. Then she lowered her trunk onto Amina's forehead. A burst of warmth exploded inside her mind. Suddenly, she could hear everything. The wind, the crickets, the heartbeat of the calf, and a voice inside her mind. "Child," the queen said. Amina gasped. "You hear because I gifted you the language of the wild. Few humans earn this." Amina trembled. "Why me?" "You run towards danger," the queen said. "That courage is rare." Then her voice darkened. "The men of thunder have returned." Amina recognized the name. "Poachers?" The queen nodded. "They stalk us, they kill us, they are close." The calf pressed into Amina. "Please don't leave us." Amina looked at the blood on her hands, the freed calf, the queen. She whispered, "I'll help you." The queen trumpeted and the herd answered. A new destiny had begun. The next morning, Amina awoke to animal voices everywhere. Birds gossiping, insect warnings, even the wind whispering. "Child of ivory, she waits." No one in her village believed her warnings. Her mother scolded her. People laughed. But animals tugged at her sleeves, metaphorically. "Danger! Storm coming from the north! Fire stick storm!" Amina ran to the elephant queen. A massive gathering of animals waited. Zebras, lions, hyenas, monkeys, wildebeests. The queen announced, "The men of thunder plan a slaughter." Fear rippled through the wild. Amina stepped forward. "What can we do?" "We fight together," the queen said. "But first, we need information." Amina was chosen to spy on the poachers. She accepted. At night, guided by cheetahs and birds, Amina approached the poachers' camp. 4 men sat by a fire, rifles glinting. A map on a crate showed circled areas, elephant feeding grounds, migration path, even her village. This was a coordinated attack. Amina pretended to be a lost girl to get close, but when a poacher grabbed her, a thunderous roar shattered the night. The elephant queen emerged from the darkness, glowing and enraged. Behind her came lions, hyenas, monkeys, owls. Gunshots cracked, chaos erupted, animals charged, poachers fled, but the queen warned, "They will return with more men. Prepare." Amina raced home to warn her village. No one believed her. The chief dismissed her. Her mother insisted she was imagining things. But then, gunshots echoed through the night. Elephants trumpeted in terror. Orange flames glowed on the horizon. The villagers froze. "Amina, you are telling the truth," the chief whispered. Everyone fled towards the hills. But halfway there, Amina heard something. A terrified voice inside her mind. "They caught us! Help!" The baby elephant. A poacher appeared behind them, aiming his gun, but a lion leapt from the shadows and saved Amina. "Go!" the lion roared. Amina ran towards danger, towards the elephants. The lion carried Amina across the savannah until they reached the dry riverbed. Amina gasped. 15 armed poachers surrounded the herd. Nets, traps, spikes, rifles. The elephants were trapped in a natural bowl. The queen stood at the front, powerful but surrounded by pits. A calf was dragged in a net, screaming. "No!" Amina cried. The lion tore the rope, monkeys attacked the man, and the calf escaped, but headlights suddenly flashed from the ridge. A huge black truck barreled towards them, straight towards Amina and the calf. The queen heard Amina scream, and she charged. Her enormous body slammed into the truck, flipping it violently. Dust exploded. The queen collapsed, breathing heavily. Amina sobbed. "No, please." But she whispered, "You must finish this." Amina stood on a rock, trembling. Chaos raged. Gunshots, elephant cries, roars, shrieks, dust clouds. The queen lay weakened. The herd was cornered. Poachers reloaded their rifles. Amina felt fire ignite inside her. "Now!" she screamed. Animals surged forward, lions charging, hyenas flanking, monkeys throwing stones, owls diving. The elephants followed Amina's guidance. "Left! Stop! Avoid the pit!" She saved them again and again. The poachers grew desperate. A massive spotlight lit the battlefield. The poachers' leader limped from the crushed truck, furious. "You think animals obey a child?" Amina stared directly at him. "No," she whispered. "They obey someone who listens." Behind her the lion growled, the elephants roared, the earth trembled. The poachers realized the truth. They were surrounded, defeated, terrified. One by one, they dropped their guns and fled into the night. Silence fell. The animals gathered, exhausted, bruised, trembling, but alive. Amina ran to the queen and placed her hands on her trunk. "Don't leave," she whispered. The queen opened her eyes gently. "I am here, child.
always." Amina cried with relief. The herd surrounded the queen. Lions lay beside the elephants, hyenas rested quietly, monkeys perched on rocks. Predators and prey united because a single girl stood for them. Because a girl listened. As the first morning light touched the savannah, the poachers were gone, their traps smashed, their nets shredded, their weapons abandoned. Amina's village returned safely from the hills, shocked by the destruction, humbled by the truth. The chief approached Amina. He said, "You saved us all. How can we ever repay you?" Amina glanced at the queen and the herd behind her. She said, "Protect them."
The chief nodded solemnly. "We will." Life changed after that night. The villagers began protecting the savannah. They broke traps, patrolled fields, and warned travelers. Amina became the bridge between humans and animals. Animals visited her village freely. Children heard her stories. Elders trusted her guidance. The queen recovered slowly, always greeting Amina with warmth. "You carry the voice of the wild," the queen said one morning. "Guard it well." Amina smiled. "I will." The story of the girl who saved the elephant queen spread across lands. Some called her Child of Ivory. Others called her the girl who talks to the grass. But the animals called her Daughter of the Savannah. Every sunset, Amina stood on the hill overlooking the plains. The queen and her herd waited there, majestic against the golden horizon. Amina placed her hand on her friend's trunk, and the queen whispered, "We saved each other." And so the legend began. A girl, a queen, a herd, a savannah, and a bond unbroken by fear, fire, or thunder.